incredible scene we have here inside of Paycom Center. We are courtside right now with one of the champions on this Oklahoma City Thunder roster, Isaiah Hartenstein, fresh out of the locker room, fresh off a champagne bath. How you feeling right now?
Amazing. I think it's hard to describe. I think this is what we play for. I mean, you get kind of emotional talking about it. I think we do it also for the city. So just seeing the city here today, supporting, seeing how happy they were, I think just takes it up to another notch. They were amazing all playoffs, and we couldn't have done without them. But yeah, I think just as a team, also we all been through ups and downs, and so now being here, being able to call yourself NBA champ, it's amazing. So yeah.
Hart, you know, when you came here, I'm sure that this is kind of what you had in mind, but it still was an incredibly difficult road to get here. Talk about this journey that you've gone through of signing here and then picturing what could happen here and then accomplishing that dream.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like every team comes to the season, you want to win a championship. And now to really do it with this organization, I'm so grateful for Sam Presti, Mr. Bennett, everyone just giving me a chance even to come out here. They embraced me from day one, and I'm just excited to give them a championship, and then also I gotta be selfish. I'm excited for myself too.
You should be. You should be.
Absolutely should be. The word we've heard to describe this team all season long: uncommon. What makes this group so uncommon from your perspective?
We're egoless. There's no egos involved. I think you look throughout the playoffs, each series, players' roles changed. Some players played more minutes, some players played less minutes each series, but there was no complaints. Like, to have that in an NBA setting where there's no complaints at all, everyone just supporting, I think that's what made us. I think that's what made us all year, through the ups and downs, injuries, that everyone was always ready. Yeah, NBA champs.
That's right.
Hart, you're kind of the best example of that. I mean, you know, moving out of the starting lineup to start this series, coming back into it, your role fluctuating, and then tonight, I mean, you were a madman out there, all over the boards, everywhere. You could just tell that nobody was going to let somebody take this away from you tonight.
No, I mean, I work. Like, my journey is so crazy, so I wasn't going to let anything come between it. I mean, again, the Pacers were an amazing team.
Yeah.
I think Rick, like I said before, Rick the coach did an amazing job. A lot of respect for the players over there. But again, I think we all knew as a team. We took it personal. I think after Game 6 where they said they wanted more than us. And that really, like, when we heard that, we really like, all right, we're going to show who really wants it more. Yeah, we really took that personal, to be honest.
Isaiah, as the confetti starts falling after that final buzzer, you see that Larry O'Brien trophy here in this building in Oklahoma City. What are the emotions that are running through you at that moment?
Amazing. I mean, my son could probably care less. He was asleep.
He was knocked out.
Knocked out. I mean, the fans were loud. I mean, he's like, Pops, I'm just trying to go to sleep, man. I don't know what. He's like, I'm probably going to get, when I'm older, I'm going to get enough of these. So for him, it wasn't impressive. But, yeah, he's more impressive, like, going upstairs and stuff than winning a championship. So,
Hart, you know, you got a long night ahead of you to take all this in. But now, guess what? You finally get to rest. This has been a long grind. How excited are you just to kick your feet up for a minute?
I'm really excited to rest. I'm really excited to rest, but first we're going to enjoy it. I mean, you sacrifice so much throughout the season, so you gotta have fun too, man. You gotta have fun. We're gonna enjoy it, and then after that, first of all, I gotta make sure my wife gets whatever she wants. Whatever my wife wants.
Smart.
Whatever my wife wants to do. She's made so many sacrifices throughout the season. So, Courtney, you can do whatever you want for a week. We can do wherever you want to go. We're going. But yeah, I'm just grateful.
Well, Isaiah, all that hard work led to this NBA champion. No one could take that away from you. Congratulations.
Hey, appreciate y'all.
Thanks, Hart.
Isaiah Hartenstein, part of this incredible Thunder roster. Here was the moment inside of Paycom Center where the Larry O'Brien trophy was handed over to this uncommon team, the Oklahoma City Thunder, defeating the Indiana Pacers 103-91 in this pivotal Game 7 in front of their home crowd. There is Thunder Chairman Clay Bennett. There is Sam Presti, Mark Daigneault, the head coach of this team, all present on that podium, ready to hoist that trophy. And look at that sea of blue. Royce, we knew this was gonna be an electric atmosphere. We knew this was gonna be loud as Loud City could ever be. And when that trophy went up, this crowd hit a decibel I don't think I've heard all season long.
I mean, that was unbelievable. And, you know, it was a grind to get there.
It was.
That fourth quarter, and I'm sure everybody like me was sitting there just basically hardly even watching the court, and they were just watching the clock. Just trying to watch it drain and tick away.
Get to double zero.
But, I mean, look, 17 years of the NBA in Oklahoma City, to imagine a moment like this. I mean, there's been so many moments, ups and downs, heartbreaks, incredible triumphs for this city. I mean, just to have a team here is obviously an incredible achievement to start with. I mean, I think of just about so many things that Oklahoma and Oklahoma City have gone through. Obviously, this is 30 years since the bombing. And now to have a moment like this in Oklahoma City, Game 7, I mean, just the fact that you're playing a Game 7 of the NBA Finals.
There's only been 20 of those in NBA history.
It's in Oklahoma City, of all places. And then for this team to come together and pay it off. I mean, everybody, top to bottom, Mr. Bennett, Sam, so many people deserve this, that they have put in so much time and effort. It is an incredible achievement. And it's surreal. I don't really know how to completely process it.
It's so hard to put into words because this is something that has been earned year over year. It has just been about stacking days and stacking games, and it all stacked up to this, the Larry O'Brien Trophy here in Oklahoma City. We're going to take a break because we're going to send it over to the podium so we can hear from the MVP of these finals, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, addressing the media. Let's listen in.
Win for the family.
Ramona on the right.
Shay, Ramona Shelburne, ESPN. You guys obviously faced some elimination games throughout this playoff run. There were moments when you admitted we sucked tonight, we didn't get it done. How did you guys push through those moments at such a young age here?
We prioritize winning. We don't prioritize anything else in this game. We want to win, and we want to win on the highest level. And that looks like something new every night, every opponent, every arena. And that's all we focused on this whole season, no matter if it was game 1, game 45, or game 105. We prioritized winning, and because we did so, we won on the highest level.
Fifth row in the back, towards center.
Jordan Davis with Oklahoman. Shai, obviously, you know, you had the moment with Halliburton after his injury. I mean, what can you just say about, you know, the competitor in that team and him as well? What did you say to him in that moment? And,
Yeah, I just asked him if he was all right. It seemed like he was in pain. You just hate to see it in sports in general, but in this moment, like, my heart dropped for him. Like, I couldn't imagine playing the biggest game of my life and something like that happening. It's so unfortunate. It's not fair, but competition isn't fair sometimes. But, yeah, I just felt so bad for him and just asked if he was okay. Obviously, he wasn't, but prayers go out to him for sure. Hell of a player. Future's bright. That team's going to be really good for a long time. Yeah, impressive team, impressive player. I wish them the best of luck.
Fred over here, second row.
Shai, you had so many big moments throughout the series, 15 and 5 minutes in Game 4, and even the second half tonight just as a distributor. I'm curious where your late game composure comes from. I mean, was that something you felt like happened when you were younger? Is that something that happened as you got older? Where'd that come from?
Yeah, it's something that I definitely got as I've gotten older. Coaches worked with me on that a lot over the past three or 4 years, just as the group has continued to grow. Something that I still can be better at, but yeah, it's an emphasis of mine. Those are the minutes, those are the moments when the best players, the biggest stars, the superstars, the Hall of Fame players make their name, and I want to have that name. I want to have those titles attached to my name. So those moments, those minutes are very important to me, and I try to excel in them for sure.
Tim in the back, center.
Tim Reynolds with the AP. Shai, you're only 20 minutes removed from winning it, so it's kind of crazy, but has the realization hit you yet that you guys might be here for a while, that you guys might be competing for a few of these things, just the way this thing is built and how young you guys are?
Yeah, like you said, I haven't even thought that far ahead. But yeah, we definitely still have room to grow, and that's the fun part of this. So many of us can still get better. There's not very many of us on the team that are quote unquote in our prime, or even close to it. So we have a lot of room to grow individually and as a group, and I'm excited for the future of this team. But this is a great start for sure. Couldn't imagine it any other way.
All right, with us now on Thunder Playoff Postgame Championship Edition. How about Chet Holmgren joining us? And Chet, in my opinion, you had one of the best lines on that podium. You said, broken bones, bruises, all temporary, but what? This is forever.
This is forever.
How does it feel right now?
There's a lot of emotions, not a lot of words to describe them. It's just great to know that you're forever a part of history in a really good way. And I'm just so happy we were able to bring this to the city, to Clay, to Presti. They've done it right forever, and they've been waiting a long time for this.
Chet, you know, in a lot of ways, things were starting to kind of build, but really things changed when the lottery balls turned the Thunder's way, and they landed the number 2 pick in the draft, and that became you. And all of a sudden, people started dreaming of something big time to happen. And for you to come in here and make this, and just being a winner your whole life, how did you impact the organization from day one?
Honestly, it was easy to come in and fit in because the environment, the standard here is exactly how any winner, anybody trying to do things the right way would want it to be. So it was easy for me to come in and just kind of do my thing and, you know, have the utmost trust that everybody else is going to do it the right way as well. And when you do it that way and everybody's bought in, you know, great things can happen.
There were so many ups and downs in this season. Obviously, you went through your fair share of adversity, broken bones, this team going through their fair share of adversity. What is so special about this team that you guys are able to withstand all of those storms and end up in this place right now?
Everybody's just so tough. Everybody's a winner. Everybody wants to win together. Everybody wants to do the right things. You know, those personal agendas are all put to the side so that we can win. And when everybody's doing that and nobody's going to quit, you know, I wanted to. You know, if you told me back when I broke my hip that this was guaranteed, it'd be easy not to quit. But this is not guaranteed. This is so hard to do. That's why only one team gets to do it every year. And I'm just so happy we were able to do it. It makes it all worth it. You know, it's all worth it no matter what, all the hard work. But, you know, this is just a really special moment.
Chet, I wanted to ask you, you know, for me, personally, the last 48 hours, I've been in an emotional wreck waiting for this Game 7. What was it like for you? I mean, biggest game of your life, and you come out and you perform on the biggest stage as well as you ever have.
Honestly, I just felt like I wasn't playing up to my standard in the series, the games before this in the series, and I didn't want to go out and end the season feeling that way. You know, I still feel like I could be better. There are a lot of moments I could have been better tonight. But at the end of the day, I was going to do whatever it took and not get carried away or stray at all from what it takes to win the basketball game. I feel like I did that tonight, and it showed because we won the basketball game. And, it's going to be a long summer. I got a lot of hard work to do. Yeah. But it would have been a very agonizing summer if we didn't pull this one out. So I'm just so happy we did.
Chet, this Pacers team, they took you guys to 7 games. They threw a lot of punches in this series. What did it take to make sure you guys were the team that came out on top of this one?
First of all, I want to say prayers up to Tyrese on the other side. I haven't seen what you know, he had to leave the game with, but you know, you never want to see that from a good person, a great player, competitor. You know, I really feel bad that he wasn't able to compete all the way through the finish line. But so, you know, thoughts and prayers with him and his family on right now. I also want to say, you know, big props to my guy, Andrew over there, college teammate. He hit a couple 30-foot BS shots over me tonight. But he's a great player, so as much as it pisses me off, it doesn't surprise me. So big props to him. He had one of the hardest tasks in the world, had to guard Shea for 7 games, and I don't think there's a Shea stopper, but you know, he played a hell of a job on the defensive end, so big props to him. And The Pacers are a great team. Carlisle's a great coach. They have dudes all the way down the roster that come in and make plays, affect the game, and credit to them. I'm just happy that we were able to be better than them.
Chet, last thing for you here. I asked Hart about this. I mean, you guys have played so many games, and I know that you are as beast of a competitor and a worker as there is, but you're probably going to enjoy some time off here, right?
Like I said, I have a long summer. I have to get my body right. I was out there simply on willpower some nights, really. I broke my hip and I played a game 89 days later, and it wasn't just like a little break. Like, I'm not gonna share the X-rays, but when I saw him in the emergency room, I was taken aback, and I was like, how am I ever gonna do this? And I'm just happy I never quit. But no, I gotta get back to work pretty soon here. I'm gonna enjoy tonight. I'm gonna get my stuff together, go back home in the next few days, and then I'm gonna start working on my craft again. That's what I do.
The ultimate gym rat, Chet Holmgren, all that work leading to an NBA championship. Enjoy this. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, Chet. Enjoy it. All right, that was Chet Holmgren joining us here on Thunder Playoff Postgame. It is still a very busy scene here inside of Paycom Center, and it's busy also over at the podium. J-Dub sitting down, addressing the media. Let's listen in.
Jalen, you sat up there yesterday. Yeah. We were talking to you about the history of and appreciating the moment. You said you couldn't go there unless you got the outcome that you wanted. So now that you got the outcome that you wanted, are you able to sort of process like where you are in this time in history?
Nope. No, not at all. I actually just had my first drink, so I'm like working on that. I think in a couple days I'll be able to like come back down to earth a little bit. But right now I'm just trying to enjoy the moment. God's been extremely good to me. So I've definitely felt that. Like coming off the court, just a lot of trials and tribulations just throughout my career, a lot of things that I don't speak on. He's been very good to me, so that was the one thing I reflected on so far. And then I had alcohol, so yeah, I'm pushing through that.
On the right.
Myron Patton, OKC Sports Radio. You guys have had some big third quarters before, but Halliburton hit that three right at the end of the first half. What was said at halftime, considering it was an NBA final?
Oh, Nembhard hit the three.
Was it Nembhard? Okay,
yeah.
Nembhard hit the three, yeah. But no, what was the conversation at halftime for you guys to come out and force 7 turnovers, 18 points off of that, and really take control of the game?
First, I want to say I hope Tyrese is okay. I haven't like looked at my phone or anything to like see what the thing is. Obviously, that changes the outcome of the game a little bit, or just changes like the dynamic of the game. So going into halftime, a lot of it was like not letting up because he's not playing. And then two, just don't panic. Like when you're that close to a goal, you got to understand like the other team is feeling the same way we are. And I think that gave us a lot of confidence to go out there and just play through like being nervous and damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. Like in halftime, like obviously Halliburton not being there, like just trying to like keep doing the things that were like getting us there all season. So playing hard defensively, trying to get stops, taking it one possession at a time. And then just as the game started to wind down a little bit, it's easy to take your foot off the gas and not pay attention. So we did a good job of like course correcting the first half. And I thought our defense was actually pretty good the first half too. So just trying to like maintain our energy throughout the whole game.
Jenny over here.
Jalen, Jenny Carlson with the Oklahoman. Talk me through those last few moments on the court for you. You went down to the far end by yourself. What was sort of going through your mind? And then to walk off, you and Mark had a long hug, I assume, sort of. You spoke very passionately about his role for you yesterday. Just kind of talk me through that whole sequence for you.
It's a blur. Like I said earlier, I was just like very, very blessed to be in this situation. So a lot of that emotion definitely hit me a little bit. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that I don't really speak on, like everybody in the room. So it's just a lot of the emotions from that kind of hit me to be able to like push through. And coming from not being known in college to 3-4 years later being an NBA champion and having like an impact on a championship team is Fred? God's gift for sure. So it's been really cool to get that. So that was like a rush of emotion. And then I looked up, I messed up and looked up, and my mom was crying in the stands, and then that made me start tearing up a little bit. So that too kind of was some of the rush of the emotion.
Fred, over here, second row.
Jalen, you keep looking at that trophy in the middle of all your answers. When it was first handed to you, what is that moment of literally holding that trophy that you've heard about your whole life for the first time?
Well, it's heavy.
Heavier than expected?
Honestly, the other one I think is like actually heavier than this one, I think. So that was cool. It doesn't feel real. Like everything, like the last like minute and a half of the game didn't feel like I was there anymore. It kind of just felt like I left my body a little bit and like just watched myself like get it and do that whole thing. It still doesn't feel real. And I'm just kind of like starting to try and like think back to the beginning of the season, and it just feels like a complete blur up until this point. But just looking at it right now is like, it's very like weird. It's a little like humbling, I think. Just have a lot of emotions with it. It does not feel real at all.
Second row on the right.
Justin Martinez, the Oklahoman. You've always been someone who's prioritized team success. Before tonight, you're one of the few guys on the team who didn't have a championship of some sort at some level. Just sorry to throw that out there, but what does that mean to you now to have something like this after all the individual sacrifices to add to your trophy case?
It's a good first one. Yeah, like I said, it's just coming into the NBA, I really wanted to win. Oh, okay. What's up?
Isaiah Hartenstein from iHeartMedia. How does it feel to win your first championship?
Actually, you know what's crazy? He low-key asked me the same question.
Well, I'm asking you again. I didn't get on record.
Okay, well, I'll answer for both of you. Yeah, like you said, like being close a couple times in high school, and then in college we were never close. I thought that was pretty cool. My fault. Like I said, it's surreal. It's a blessing. It's great to be able to win it with idiots like Hart. It's cool. But yeah, it's just a lot of like sacrifices. Everybody makes sacrifices on the team, so mine aren't like super special, but it's just dope to be able to do it more so with like this group that I consider family. And just like, I've been super fortunate to like be around them. And like the way we hit it off my first year as a group is just special, and to like maintain that through 3 years to win with them is something I couldn't have dreamed of, something I didn't think would happen when I first got in the NBA. So it's been really cool.
Congrats, J-Dub.
Thanks, Jalen.
All right, with us now, the two-time champ now. You deserve it, man. You deserve it. Two-time champ, Alex Caruso. Alex, you joined this team in the offseason. You have just been influencing, winning left and right. How are you feeling in this moment?
I've used a couple words when people ask me, euphoric, elated, tired, most of all just proud, man. Proud of the guys, proud of the team. You know, it was up and down through the playoffs. Like we had high highs, we had low lows, but ultimately just finding a way to get the last one, win the last game of the season is the most important, and we got it done.
Hey, see, I wanted to ask you, you were mentioning, you talked about it on stage. I'm born and raised Okie. I've been here since day one with the Thunder. Yeah. And the fact that it means something to you guys to win it for people like me is really meaningful. But how much does it drive you? I mean, this is a small market. This place cares so much about this team. This team's really unified the city and made it really rise from the literal ashes. But what does it mean to you to win it for these people?
Yeah, I mean, through the year, I got a glimpse and a taste of how much the city cares, and obviously just through the noise here and the attendance, like they show up for every game no matter who we play. And then through the playoffs, like each round, you know, through the city as I'm driving to go to dinner or go to lunch or go to the facility, you know, I'm seeing there's flags, there's yard signs, there's people writing on the car windows, and it's just it really is such a cool moment for the city, because I know being here 9 years ago, getting a taste of it, and then being here again this year, how much it means to the city and how much it means to these fans. And it's something that we'll never, you know, they can never take from us, from Oklahoma, from Oklahoma City, like champions forever.
It's
crazy.
Give me chills you saying that.
Forever. I mean, they can't change it. We're champions no matter what for the rest of our lives.
It is permanently cemented in NBA history. Well-deserved, well-earned. And Alex, you obviously are such a great leader on this team. If you talked about it a little bit on the podium. You're the one of the older guys on this team, the unk of the team, but you could probably explain more than most what this team is like, what makes it so special, having come in this season and be a part of this run with this group. What sets this team apart?
Man, just like the unique quality of this team. Everyone talks about the young age and like you got to have experience to win it. And I said so many times, it's like basketball is basketball. Good basketball wins no matter what. And if you're good enough, you win. And I think through the year we figured out that our best was better than that our best was better than everybody else's. And if we could do that through a 7-game series, there wasn't anybody that could beat us. And, obviously it came true, and we're holding the trophy at the end.
All right, well, Alex, we'll let you go so you can celebrate. Thank you so much for joining. Two-time champ AC with us. Congratulations. Thanks again for the time.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, what a day. What a moment we got to witness here inside of Paycom Center. Still a very busy scene. We'll get more players coming through here, celebrating this incredible moment for Oklahoma City and, of course, this Thunder team. So special. Alex Caruso still signing autographs. Everyone is celebrating left and right. I mean, you're looking at this floor. It is still jam-packed.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much action happening here, and deservedly so. A lot of celebration happening inside of this building for this Thunder team, who are now NBA champions. We're going to send you over to the press room so we can hear from Lou Dort at the podium. Let's listen in.
We'll take questions. We got microphones around the room. First question, back right on one, 5th row on the aisle or so.
Kaliko, The Athletic. Lou, it seems like all year, over here, Lou. It seems like all year, Coach used a strategy of using 4 guards and a big, and it seemed like to work all year defensively. Why do you think that was so successful, just having like the 4 guards and a big, on the floor?
Yeah, I mean, they're a great team and they got great players, and I feel like we was just trying different stuff to mess them up and then to disturb them. We threw them a lot of different. We threw them a lot of different defensive stuff, and then we were just trying to slow them down, and then Coach did a good job in just making us switch it here. I got you. Yeah, I'll put it on after though. Yeah, all right, let me do my interviews.
Jenny over here.
Hey, Lou, Jenny Carlson with the Oklahoman. I didn't figure he was going to give that thing up.
Oh, yeah. No, it's heavy.
Hey, Mark defers a lot to you guys when it comes to why you guys have been successful, but as I watched him watching you guys tonight, kind of talk me through just his role in getting you guys to this point and just what you feel like his biggest impacts were for you guys.
He's been huge. I mean, from the beginning. I've been here for 6 years, and then, he always, taught me to play the game the right way. And then, in those type of runs in the playoffs, there's a lot of emotions. There's a lot of ups and downs. So, he's been good at, keeping us together. That's the biggest thing. I mean, if we want to achieve something like that, we got to do it together. And then he did a great job of that.
Right here in the middle. Valencia Kane, Real Talk Sports. One, congratulations to you, Lou.
Thank you.
Secondly, I see you with the flag. Talk to me about what it means to represent not just you, your family, your heritage, your everything.
It means a lot. This my people right there. Those are my flags, Canada and Haiti. I was born in Canada, but my parents immigrated from Haiti, and then I'm always grateful and proud to represent them at this biggest stage. I mean, Haiti has been through a lot, and then I'm happy to be a Haitian here at the biggest stage, being a champion now. For sure, yeah. I mean, it's possible, and I got to believe. If you asked me, 10, 15 years ago, if I knew I was going to be here, not at all, no chance. But I just had to believe in working my game and really trusting the process. And then, if they do that, they have a chance.
Left side over here. Go ahead.
Jerry Ramsey, 107.7 The Franchise. Lou,
I mean, a long way from the bubble and that first kind of playoff run that you guys made to just right now. Do you really have time to take a breath and kind of reflect of that team now all the way, and you get the big old ball next year?
Yeah. I probably need some more time to think about that, but no, it's crazy. I mean, looking back to my first year, you know, I went undrafted. You know, 6 years ago now, June 19 was the draft, and then, you know, that week was probably the worst week of my life, and you look now, June 22nd, 2025, you know, I'm a champion now, so, like, it's crazy when, you know, how I circle back, and then, you know, I had to trust the process and how this organization gave me a great opportunity, and then, you know, I'm grateful and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you, Lou. We have Jalen coming right up.
Wow. I mean, when you think about it, Lou Dort is a great example of this team, right? A team full of guys who have overcome their own individual adversities to reach this mountaintop right here as NBA champions. Lou Dort started out as an undrafted player, two-way for Oklahoma City, scratched and clawed his way into a full-time contract, scratched and clawed his way into a starting role, and has now been such an integral part of this team's success for the last 6 seasons. When you think about a guy that literally went from the bottom, the worst week of his life, going undrafted to where he is now, I mean, this team is full of stories like that.
Yeah, I mean, Lou is so, you know, emblematic of this team, like you said, Paris, just, again, complete underdog, had to build himself through hard work. And really just this Game 7 is like kind of like a Lou Dort kind of game.
It
and,
is.
You know, we talked about it coming into it. You were asking me about what Game 7s are like, and there are a lot of times rock fights. They're grinds. They get gritty. They get nasty. That is where Luguentz Dort thrives. And we saw that tonight. He hit that insane shot right at the end of the shot clock. How many loose balls did he track down? Extra possessions that he was creating. His defense was magnificent throughout the game. Lou Dort is just the heart and soul of this team. And if you think back to this entire postseason run, so many just important moments. Lou Dort was the absolute fixture in the middle of it. Obviously, Game 5 against Denver here, that was the Lou Dort game, and it's going to be one that goes down in Thunder history. It's one of the greatest in this franchise's history.
It really will, and the way that he is able to impact winning beyond just scoring, but of course with his defense, incredible stuff. He is part of this absolutely uncommon team. Absolutely incredible that he gets to witness this moment as well. Royce, when you think about this and you think about what this means for the organization too, I mean, to take all of this in totality, what a journey it's been. And also a relatively young organization, just 17 years old.
Yeah, it's incredible to think about of just all the things that the Thunder have been through. I mean, it feels like the Thunder have been kind of one of the you know, central figures of the NBA in the last 17 years. To have 3 different players win MVP in this city, all NBA players, future Hall of Famers have come through. All the success of this team, to tear it all down, to have the resolve to build it back up again. Sam talked about it. It happened faster than anybody ever thought it could, but that was only possible through the character and the integrity and the hard work of this team. It's only possible because this was an uncommon group of guys to be able to drive to this. And look, this season right here also, we're going to talk about it and we'll be able to reflect on it more and more. It's one of the greatest in NBA history. 68 wins, historic margin of victory, double-digit wins, you're NBA champions. It's one of the greatest of all time.
You can't write it any better than that. And the Thunder, an uncommon team with an uncommon result, NBA champions. We're going to take a break here inside of Paycom Center, but don't you go anywhere. We'll come right back breaking down more of this championship run for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Hey, have you heard what's happening at Mathis Home? Get new lower prices all summer long with price drop alerts all over the store. They have all the latest looks at unbeatable prices. Like this big sofa with curved arms and 5 plush throw pillows. They dropped the price to just $5.99. That's an incredible value. And with their huge selection, you're sure to find the style that's just right for you. In stock with fast, free delivery. Look for price drop alert tags and save now at your furniture superstore, Mathis Home.
Leadership starts at home. That's why Ford is from America, for America. And with a lineup of our most popular Ford trucks and SUVs, we're for Oklahoma, too. We're including F-150, Bronco, and Expedition. That's our leadership lineup. Right now, get employee pricing. You pay what we pay. Ford, from America, for America. At your best in Oklahoma Ford dealers. Proud truck partner of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Let's bring in the heat this June at OKC's favorite casino.
So get the party started with the hottest jackpots in town.
Book a stay at our hotel for a weekend of fun with friends.
Win like an all-star on your go-to games.
Grab a bite and a bev at one of our fabulous eateries.
Go for gold with your wild card and play for your chance at $80,000 in our Sunshine Riches giveaway.
For the best summer yet and unforgettable good times, make it Riverwinds.
Here we go. And go. This was right after the Larry O'Brien trophy was handed over to the Thunder. Then Shai Gilgeous-Alexander did something that no NBA player has done in the last 2.5 decades, winning Finals MVP, Western Conference Champion MVP, winning the scoring title and regular season MVP. One of one, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander adding to his collection of incredible accomplishments, well-deserved, and earned it every step of the way. He is your NBA Finals MVP. Number 2, holding it down for Oklahoma City. And what a game he had here today. A double-double in this Game 7, pivotal Game 7. And he shows up every single game, Royce, but the way he was facilitating in this one, the way he was getting his teammates involved, getting that blender moving, really made an impact.
Yeah, 29 points, and didn't do it in the efficient way that we often see with Shai, but again, this was a grind of a game. This is what Game 7s often look like. You pointed it out, Paris. 12 assists for Shai tonight, along with it, only 1 turnover, and that was with immense pressure that the Pacers were putting on him in that second half. And, you know, SGA has just been such a stabilizer for this team all the time. He often senses moments. He had a huge 3 in that third quarter that kind of created that separation that felt like the Thunder were in desperate need of. And just throughout the game, his calm, composure, his poise, his demeanor, it really just kind of sets the tempo for this team, both on and off the court. You mentioned consistency. That's what this team's all about. They're about being consistent. They're about being stable. The environment is the most important part about them. Getting back to 0, focusing on the next game. SGA is all of that. So, he's not the most, killer instinct vocal guy out there, that a lot of people think of in their classic superstars, but he does it in his own way and is as competitive of a killer as there is in the NBA.
The consistency is unrelenting in itself, and that's what crushes you ultimately going up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He is not letting up whatsoever. And Royce, as you look back at his career here in Oklahoma City, 6 years ago, coming in, a very young player from the Clippers, only in his 2nd season, and the way we have seen him grow year after year, it feels like anytime he has some time away to go work on his game, he comes back a very, very different player, a better player. He grows physically. You see improvements as well. The man just loves the process of getting better.
And it feels like he's just getting started too. I mean, really, he's 26 years old. Feels like he's scratching the surface of who he can be. And the kind of iconic career he could have. I mean, he's without a doubt the greatest Thunder player ever. No question about it. With winning an MVP, a scoring title this year, he's been All-NBA 3 different times. Now he's an NBA champion. He's accomplishing things that haven't been done in the last 25 years. I mean, you can go down this list. It was funny the other night, Paris, when Shai got asked about one of those questions. You're the first player since this, Hakeem Olajuwon and David, or whatever it was. And he was like, yeah, I hear that a lot. I mean, he was saying it in a humble way, but, he is an uncommon player in his own right. And, again, he's 26 years old. And who knows what's still on the horizon for him as a player.
Point.
He's already cemented himself. He's going to be an NBA Hall of Famer.
Gotta be.
He's had one of the greatest individual seasons we've ever seen in NBA history with what he has done for this Thunder team. And, again, he's 26. Who knows what comes next?
I think people forget that, too. The man is only 26 years old. There's still a lot of runway ahead of him. And when you think about the exponential growth that we've seen from him up to this point, it really makes you excited for what could be down the road for him, considering how awesome he has been playing up to this point. But then you look at Shai as a person too, and we have heard so much about the character of this MVP and what he brings to this locker room. Leadership by example, composure,